And then the Prophet ﷺ, he says that in his hand now, he's holding the hand of the jinn. Imagine the girl's hand is there and the hand of the jinn is right next to it, trying to grab from the food and eat. Can the jinn harm humans? And are they accountable for that? And they would bring all of these people of ruqya and they will do all sorts of things that are not based on the Quran and Sunnah. And in the end, this was a psychological disorder, let's say a bipolar disorder. How can we be certain if something is jinn position or if something is just a psychological illness? Once while meditating with our eyes closed, we both saw it come into the room. Her and her daughter saw it come into the room and run up to her and stare in her face. Now imagine a shaitan comes up to your face and stares in your face. That's what she saw. So what does a person do if they start feeling like they have sihr, like they have hasad, or they have evil eye, or they have any of these things? What do you do? Some people go throughout their entire life and they never do ruqya on themselves, even once. Do it. If you having illness, sickness, disease, feeling a headache, feeling something, do this. Make this a part of your life. Allah has revealed to us this because these are acts of worship. And of course, the best ruqya is found in the Quran and Sunnah, like reciting al-Fatiha, reciting al-Mu'awwidat, the dhikr that I told you, that the Prophet ﷺ told the Sahabi to say when he felt pain in his body. All of these things are found in the Quran and the Sunnah. I don't know how many times I could say this. Probably if I had the penny for each time someone said I did ruqya and nothing happened, I'd probably be rich. But are you doing the ruqya correctly or not? How do I protect myself now from jinn position, sihr, evil eye, and all of these things? How does a person protect himself? So the topic of the jinn is a very fascinating topic. The idea of the unseen in general is something that always captivates humans. It's something that makes us curious, that we want to learn about it. And the idea of jinn kind, the word is very specific to Islam, but it refers to these beings that exist with us, that live with us, that we cannot see. And you can see different civilizations throughout human history that talked about similar things. Whether you want to look at Christianity and Judaism, for example, they have the idea of demons and the idea of Satan. If you want to look at the Japanese, they have these ideas of spirits or spiritual beings or ghosts. These are all terms used to kind of describe the same thing. So the jinn is a creation that God has created. There's other than human beings that exists with us in the same world, in the same realm, but we don't see them. However, they have influences on our life. Sadly, there's a lot of myths. There's a lot of false information out there about the jinn and their interaction with humans, how they can influence us. And I haven't seen a lot of good videos online that talks about like how to fortify yourself, how to protect yourself from the jinn, the reality, and things to do with them. And that's why I decided to make this video, mainly so we can know how to protect ourselves as Muslims, but also it's a part of our faith and belief to know how we interact with the jinn. How much influence do they have on us? What kind of interactions takes place on a daily basis between us and them? So the first thing I want to say is that the jinn is an unseen world. So the jinn are created from smokeless fire. So they can do things which we cannot do. So they can go through objects, they can possess, they can shapeshift. They have certain things that they're able to do that we're not able to do. However, they are an unseen world. So the things that I'm telling you right now about them are based on the Quran and Sunnah. It's based on what the Prophet ﷺ told us. It's based on what Allah told us. Why? Because they are an unseen world. And if it is an unseen world, then you cannot use reasoning. You cannot use guesswork. You cannot use personal experience to come to a conclusion and say that the jinn is like this or the jinn is like that. Allah says in the Quran, إِنَّهُ يَرَاكُمْ هُوَ وَقَبِيلُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا تَرَوْنَهُ. Satan or the jinn, they see you from where you don't see them. So they are able to see us, but we are not able to see them. But the world of the jinn is very similar to our world. It's like quite like our world in reality. So from the jinn, they have righteous people and they have people who are not righteous. That's why Allah Azza wa Jalla says in the Quran, the jinn speaking about themselves in the chapter, Surah Al-Jinn, they say, وَإِنَّ مِنَ الصَّالِحُونَ وَمِنَّا دُونَ ذَلِكَ كُنَّا طَرَائِقَ قِدَدًا. That from us are the righteous, and from us other than those who are not righteous. We were different sects, different groups. And they also say, وَإِنَّ مِنَ الْمُسْلِمُونَ وَمِنَّا الْقَاسِطُونَ فَمَنْ أَسْلَمَ فَأُولَٰئِكَ تَحَرَّوْا رَشَدًا. And from us are the Muslims, the believers, and الْقَاسِطُونَ, the disobedient ones, can be anything. So from among them, there is the disbeliever, the atheist, the Jew, the Christian. They have all of these different religions and beliefs and ideas, and the Prophet ﷺ is sent to them the way he's sent to us. So they're all commanded to follow the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And that's why in the Quran you see Allah Azza wa Jalla says to the Prophet, وَإِذْ صَرَفْنَا إِلَيْكَ نَفَرًا مِنَ الْجِنِّ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقُرْآنَ. When we sent you a group of the jinn listening to the Quran. So when they came, they said, listen. And when the recitation was over, they went back to their people. They went back to the other jinn. And they said, we heard the book after the book of Moses, guiding us. So the Quran is a guidance sent to them, and they are commanded to follow the Quran, all of them, the way we are commanded to follow the Quran. They are commanded to follow the teachings of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, the same way we are commanded to follow these teachings. That's why Allah Azza wa Jalla says that the Prophet is sent as a mercy to alameen. And you see in the Quran Allah addressing the jinn and the mankind. For example, in Surah Ar-Rahman, فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Which of the favors of your Lord do you both deny? Referring to mankind and jinnkind. And that's why if we understand this idea, we approach the jinn and we approach our understanding towards the jinn, is that they're also commanded to follow the same shara'a, the same teachings that we are commanded to follow. And that makes it easier for us to understand the world more than to make assumptions about it. Someone can ask the question, or can the jinn harm humans? And are they accountable for that if they choose to harm a human being? So first we need to understand that there are two types of harms that the jinn can cause. One that is visible and one that is hidden. So for example, a hidden type of harm is that the jinn can eat with you. When you're eating, the jinn can eat with you. And then the barakah, the blessing in the food is decreased because the jinn is eating with you. For instance, when you sleep, they can show you nightmares and bad dreams. And that is a form of them harming us in a hidden way. And there is like an apparent visible form of harm that they can cause to you. And that can be like, for example, diseases, jinn possession, and things of that sort. If a person enters their house and they do not mention the name of Allah, they don't say Bismillah, the shaitan can enter with you. And then they can cause corruption. They can cause harm through them entering with you in the house. Now, what's the evidence for that? The evidence for that is the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, when he said, if a person enters his house and he mentioned the name of Allah, قال الشيطان لا مبيت لكم ولا عشاء. The shaitan would say to the rest of the jinn, there's no place for you to stay and there's no food. However, if the person does not mention Allah's name, then the shaitan will say that you have a place to stay. And if he doesn't mention Allah's name when he eats, then the shaitan will say you have food today. Now, how many jinn enter with you? Allah knows best. 1,000 jinn can enter with you, 500, 300, 200. You don't know how many of them can enter. And they can go all around the house. They can hide, they stay in the rooms, in the closets, and in the bed, under the beds, here and there. It doesn't matter. They go in everywhere, and they stay in the house. Then they start to cause harm. Like, for example, your wife is there. For example, right? As an example, your wife is there, and you say to her, "Bring me a glass of water," or "Can I have a glass of water?" Then the shaitan or the jinn whispers to her. What does he say? Tell him, "Go get it yourself." And then she says, "Go get it yourself." And then an argument starts. A fight starts. They are causing all these types of harms in the house. And the solution is very simple. You mention Allah's name when you enter. It's a very simple thing. The same thing when it comes to food. You know the hadith about saying Bismillah so the shaitan doesn't eat with you. However, there is a specific narration where the Prophet ﷺ was sitting and was about to eat, and the Sahaba were about to eat. And the Sahaba would wait for the Prophet ﷺ before they eat, for him to say Bismillah, to mention the name of Allah, and then eat. And then this young girl comes, this Jariya comes running, and she's about to take from the food. So the Prophet ﷺ holds her hand. Then you have this Arabi guy coming as well, running, and he was about to take from the food. So the Prophet ﷺ holds his hand. And then the Prophet ﷺ says to the Sahaba, because the Sahaba don't see. Now we're talking about the world of the jinn is unseen. That the Prophet ﷺ, he says that in his hand now he's holding the jinn. Because the jinn was trying to do istihya, was trying to eat the food using that girl and using that guy. Because Allah's name was not yet mentioned. So the jinn was trying to join in the food and eat, using those people who are trying to hasten to eat before the name of Allah is mentioned. In his hand now, he's holding the hand of the jinn. He's holding the hand of the girl, and he's holding with it, because imagine the girl's hand is there and the hand of the jinn is right next to it, trying to grab from the food and eat. So the Prophet ﷺ is teaching us this. There is interactions, real interactions going on a day-to-day basis. Entering your house, eating the food, entering the bathroom. The things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. When you are not fortifying and protecting yourself, the jinn have an influence on you in your life. So it's very crucial, very important for us to understand that these adhkar and the things that we mention and the things that we're taught in the Quran and so on are not just mentioned there for the sake of it. They're mentioned so we can fortify and protect ourselves from this unseen world which we cannot observe with our own eyes. Someone could say then, okay, what if my young daughter or my young son or whatever enters the house without saying Allah's name? I mean, because the kids, they're not like adults. They would know every time for entering the house to mention Allah's name or say Bismillah or say Assalamu alaikum or mention Allah. So you teach your kid, if you saw your kid coming in the house without mentioning Allah's name, take the kid, hold his hand and take him outside the house and say to him, say Bismillah, mention Allah's name, say Assalamu alaikum, and then enter with him. So you can teach him this as a habit. And if he goes out and come and says Allah's name, Bismillah, Assalamu alaikum, and enters, then the jinn will come out. So it's very important that we do that. So if you see your son coming, bring them out and bring them in again and teach them that, so that can be a part of their life. Similarly, eating food, maybe there's a little girl or a guy coming to eat the food. Before they eat, you say Bismillah, eat a small piece of the food, because now you mention Allah's name on the food, and then they can eat. No problem, because Allah's name is now mentioned on the food. Even if they're young and they don't mention, you start and say Bismillah on your own, and then they can start eating after you. So what we need, brothers and sisters, is to internalize these ahadith. We need to internalize this understanding. A lot of the people complain about being harmed by the jinn or having issues in their life, but we are not applying the things that protects us. We are not applying the things that are taught in the Quran and Sunnah that fortifies us from these issues. It's very important that we understand that. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ, he taught Anas ibn Malik, he said to him, Ya bunay, O young boy, or O my son, if you enter upon your family, إذا دخلت على أهلك فسلم تكن بركة عليك وعلى أهل بيتك. If you enter your house, فسلم, say Assalamu alaikum. So now we took from the hadith before, about the shaitan saying to the people, to the other jinn, enter, we took from it that we say Bismillah, or mention Allah's name, and Assalamu alaikum, we take from this narration. So now, before you enter your house, say Bismillah, Assalamu alaikum, and you enter your house. We take this from these two ahadith from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, now I want to talk about something which is very important, which is the idea of mixing between jinn possession and psychological illnesses and diseases. It's a very, very problematic issue that a lot of people do. And I have had even some personal encounters and issues within my family to do things related to that. And I'm going to talk about some of them in a bit, inshallah. However, we got to understand, when you go to people like that do ruqya or try to help you or try to help others, or if you are a person yourself doing ruqya, we need to understand that we need to avoid assumptions, because they can cause huge harm and huge issues to people. So for instance, someone goes to a person who does ruqya and they are not a qualified person, and they go to them, and that you read the Quran or something, or someone moves a little bit or whatever, so he starts giving them like a bunch of assumptions. You have this, you have that. That can destroy someone's life. So it's very important for the person who does it and the person that go to them, you make sure that you go to someone qualified, number one. And whoever is doing ruqya, that he is sure not to use assumptions, but to be certain about the things that he says to the people. Because if you say to someone that you have sihr, ayn, or whatever, imagine, and then the person, he doesn't really have it. Now everything that happens, he hits, he's walking and he trips. Oh, it's because of the sihr. It's because of hasad, it's because of this. He loses like his wallet. Oh, it's because of hasad, it's because of sihr. So you start causing this form of delusion in the mind of a person that can completely destroy their life. It's very important that we use the Quran and Sunnah and double check and make sure that when we say things to the people, who we go to first, and the person who is helping others is using the Quran and Sunnah and is certain of what he's doing, rather than misguiding people and confusing them. And if you are helping others, don't just mix. You got to be a qualified person, not someone who is mixing between what jinn do and between psychological illnesses. Also, another issue is where people, they think everything is sihr, right? Without even going, someone, they think everything is hasad, envy, evil eye, sihr, jinn possession. They think everything is that, because they don't want to take accountability. Allah in the Quran tells us, وَمَا أَصَابَ مِن مُصِيبَةٍ فَبِمَا كَسَبَتْ أَيْدِيكُمْ. Whatever calamity happens to you is because of what your hand have earned. And Allah also mentions that some people, if good happens to them, they say it's from us. If bad happens to them, they say it's from Allah. قُلْ هُوَ مِنْ عِنْدِ أَنفُسِكُمْ. Say it's from yourselves. There are some bad things that happen to us, that can happen to us in our life. We lose our job, we get divorced, all of these things. That has nothing to do with hasad, has nothing to do with evil eye, has nothing to do with sihr, has nothing to do with the jinn possession. Not everything that happens in our life we start saying this is sihr, this is magic, this is jinn possession. That's why it's very important that we make distinctions and we understand the difference between this and between other things. So I have had this personal experience in my family, like I was saying, a close relative, and they would bring all of these people for ruqya, and they will do all sorts of things, all sorts of practices that are not based on the Quran and Sunnah. And they will say she has this, she has that, or he has this, he has that, and all of this stuff. And in the end, this was a psychological disorder, let's say a bipolar disorder. One, to a person of knowledge, a person who understands psychological illnesses. Just as we believe that the jinn exists and evil eye is true and envy is true and sihr is true and magic is true and all of these things, we believe in them. At the same time, we don't say that everything is them. So we have to have this middle ground of understanding the difference between the two. Even the doctors, you may come to a doctor who says to you, okay, this is not my specialty. Go to a cardiologist, go to an abdomen doctor, go to this. He's a doctor, and this is a doctor of the body. You could say, okay, do radiation because I just want to make sure. I want to double check. So that same idea needs to apply when it comes to this idea of sihr. We need to be sure, double check, and not just say things. So there are types of healers, or there are types of people who do ruqya. Let's say there's two types. One type is like who just learned from other people. He look at someone does ruqya, he did ruqya. He watched something and he learned and he started doing it. And then people started coming to him. And there is another person who studied. He's a alim, he's a person of knowledge. He studied the Quran and Sunnah. What do they say about the world of the jinn? What do they say about their interactions and influences on us? And how to protect and fortify yourself from the Quran and Sunnah. So if you go to someone to do ruqya on you, be sure that a person is from the second type and not the first type of someone who just looked and started practicing and copying other people. It's very important to make sure that you're going to the right people. Some of them will tell you things like, the jinn starts to speak. And they say to us, go do that. Start spraying this in the house. Go to that place, you will find this. Go to this place, you'll find that. Go to this, go to that. Go do this. And the person who is not a person of knowledge, who did not learn from the Quran and Sunnah, would listen to the jinn and would tell you, oh, the jinn is telling us, then this must be true. However, a person of knowledge from the Quran and the Sunnah, you know what he would say? If someone is possessed by jinn and you start speaking to them, and the jinn starts to telling you do this or don't do that, then the person of knowledge will say first is, how are you advising me when you are a sinner? You are a fasiq. You're someone who's disobeying Allah and His Messenger. Why? Because that jinn is possessing a human being. And it is haram for the jinn. We already said all of the things in the Sharia, the jinn are also commanded to follow, like the Quran and the Prophet. So harming you by possessing you is haram for that jinn. So if that jinn is doing something haram already, what makes you think is he's going to start giving you good advice? And he's going to telling you that, and you should listen to what they say and start applying it. So a person of knowledge will first say to them that first you have to repent. You have to leave this person that you're possessing. You have to repent to Allah before you start giving me advice. So a person who is not qualified, like I said, just a copier, they're like, oh, the jinn is saying this, then there must be true. So it's very important to make these distinctions. Okay, now the question is, how can we be certain if something is jinn possession or if something is just a psychological illness? There are signs. There are signs. What are these signs? The Quran is a healing. If it's being recited on someone, it has an influence on them. There are people who say, oh, I have jinn possession, I have sihr, I have this. And the Quran is recited day and night, and there are no influences of them. They don't have anything. A person who is possessed by jinn, how can we be sure? Once you recite the Quran and ruqya is happening on them, they become unconscious. So that is a sign first. They become unconscious. And then if they speak, if the jinn speaks, they speak with a different voice. They speak with a different voice. It could be a different language even, because that jinn could be from a different place. So they speak with a different voice, not your voice. So if someone says, I'm jinn possessed, they don't become unconscious. There is no different voice that is being said. They say to you, look, oh, the jinn is speaking. I can't control my voice. I just hear what the jinn is saying. That's false. That person is not being possessed by jinn. What if, there's a jinn now and he starts speaking with a different voice, but he starts giving you advice, start telling you anything, like let's say he tells you any type of advice. The person who led me to possess you is in this place, is in that place, do this, do that. The first thing you do is, if you hear someone who's being possessed by jinn and the jinn is speaking and is telling you to do something, first thing you do is to compare it to the Quran and Sunnah. Compare it to the Quran and Sunnah. Why? Because the default in what they say is lying. Now, he's a disobedient jinn who's possessing someone. The default in what they say and do is lying. We know the hadith where the shaitan tells Abu Hurairah to recite Ayat al-Kursi because it's going to be a protection for you before you sleep until you wake up. So Prophet ﷺ said, Sadaqaka, he said the truth, وَهُوَ كَذُوب. Kadhub means, it's from fa'ud, that he's an excessive compulsive liar. He lies all the time. So let's say 90% of what he says, 95% of what he says is a lie. So that is our approach with the jinn, is that the default of what they say is a lie. So if what they say is in accordance with the Quran and Sunnah, then we can believe that part. However, anything else they say, the default position is that they're lying. The same as the case with Abu Hurairah. What was taken is what the Prophet ﷺ did taqreer of, what he affirmed, which was the recitation of Ayat al-Kursi. So we accepted that because we compared it to the Quran and Sunnah. However, anything else that is being said is not to be applied. And you'd have a lot of these people who do ruqya. They come with all types of myths. Some people will tell you spray salt in the house. And these exist in many cultures. these practices. Spray salt in the house and the jinn will not enter. Or like take this amulet or hang this on your wall or say these specific words. And like we said from the hadith before, where did you get this information from? It's either you got this is the world of the unseen. If you believe that spraying salt or doing this or that, or this amulet or hanging this thing is influencing the jinn, what's your source of knowledge? It's either the wahi, you get revelations from the Quran and Sunnah, which we know you don't have, or the jinn told you something. And we said, the case with the jinn is that the majority of what they say is lying. So we cannot use personal experiences to apply these things. Most of those, like I'm telling you, the people who do ruqya, who haven't studied the Quran and Sunnah, will tell you these. They'll say like, someone did it and it worked. That's not how we approach the world of the unseen. We approach the world of the unseen using the Quran and the Sunnah. You'll have some of these so-called as well, people who do ruqya, they'll say, I'll use a jinn to get another jinn. So now imagine a person, you are doing ruqya on them, and then the jinn starts to speak. And he says to you that I can help you. Okay, I repent, I can help you, I repent. You'll ask him, how can you help me? He says, look, I'm gonna start helping you. Whenever you see someone possessed next time, just say something, and I will go into that human being, and then I will start helping you and I will fight them out. So a person who, like those people who are not experienced from the Quran and the Sunnah, they will say to you, they will be happy. They will like this. However, a person who studied the Quran and the Sunnah understands that this is haram. Because the jinn entering a human being, it's a ma'asiyah. It's an act of disobedience. So you would not give permission to the jinn to do something like this. So when you are well acquainted with the teachings in the Quran and the Sunnah, you don't fall into these issues. And you don't cause harm to others by doing the incorrect, wrong practices. Because remember, the healer is Allah, not the jinn. So you say to that jinn, we have the Quran, we have the book of Allah. We don't need you. Don't need you entering anything, anywhere. Reciting the book of Allah Azza wa Jalla is enough to heal the person that needs healing. It's very, very important. And now when I say that Allah Azza wa Jalla is the healer, not you, I remember this story. Actually, I think I have it on my phone. This story is from a sister that accepted Islam. This is what she says, the sister that accepted Islam, her and her daughter, they reverted. She sent me this 2 years ago. She says, how I accepted Islam. The quick answer is that my daughter had something giving her nightmares. And I saw Allah deliver when she cried out to him. That made me a believer. The story goes as every time my daughter closed her eyes to relax, wake up or sleep, it would torment her. It looked like some kind of scary movie demon. So when she closes her eyes, she'll see something like a scary movie demon. Once while meditating, and that's why we tell you that meditating and these actions are acts of worship. This yoga, it means to unite yourself with the universe. That's actually what the word means. It's acts of worship. And that's why a lot of the people that do these acts of meditation, Reiki, and all of this stuff, they get jinn possession because they are doing wrong and haram practices. However, let's come back to this idea. Once while meditating with our eyes closed, we both saw it come into the room. Her and her daughter saw it come into the room and run up to her and stare in her face. Now imagine a shaitan comes up to your face and stares in your face. That's what she saw. This was before she accepted Islam, her and her daughter. Since my eyes were closed, I opened them and saw my daughter crying in fear. We had seen the same thing. When both of them, when they closed their eyes, they saw that jinn. I prayed to the Christian God, but there was no answer. I was not a believer in the Trinity, but I did believe in God. I spoke to someone who said they were an astrologist and told us to pray to Kali, a Hindu goddess. That didn't do anything. I put crystals in her room, burned sage, and did a lot of things, but nothing worked. Then one night, this unusual feeling came over the house and a sense of peace. It's very important. I was in my room alone when it happened. Before I could call for my daughter, she opened the door of her room and yelled out, Allah is the only God. He got rid of it. She told me that when she was praying, she felt like she needed to call out to Allah, and so she did, and then it left. I believed right then that Allah must be God Almighty to do something like that. I had been feeling called to Islam since I was about 16, but had been too scared to let my family down since I was involved in a Christian ministry at one point in my young life. That all happened about a year ago. That thing has never been back since. This is where the idea when we say Allah Azza wa Jal is the healer, believing in Allah Azza wa Jal, humbling yourself to Allah, calling out to Allah, this is what you need to understand. This is what gives you true healing. This is how a person would heal themselves. So that is what you need to internalize when we talk about someone who's having sihr, ayn, or evil eye, or any of these things. Now, is it permissible, for instance, to recite, because we know in the Quran and Sunnah, we have things that are specified to recite, like we said before, sleeping Ayatul Kursi, things that we can do for ruqya, like, for example, Surah Al-Fatiha, or Al-Mu'awwidhat, Qul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq, Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, and these verses and chapters. However, can we just recite, do we only need to recite these specified verses or anything from the Quran? The answer is it's permissible to recite anything from the Quran. Allah Azza wa Jal says, وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. We send down from the Quran what is healing. So the Quran, all of it is a book of healing. And Aisha radiallahu anha, there was this narration when Abu Bakr entered upon her and she was doing ruqya, so he said to her, "Alqiha bi kitabillah." Do ruqya on her with the book of Allah. So it is permissible. However, what is not permissible is where you get certain people who say these specific number of verses, or these specific verses in this specific order, in this specific time, in this specific way. It's permissible for you to do, but it's not permissible for you to make it like it's some form of legislation and start advising people to do the specific thing. And remember, it is not based on your personal experiences. You cannot say, I recited these specific set of verses in this specific set of way, therefore it works, therefore you need to recite it as well. The world of the unseen is dependent on the Quran and the Sunnah and what Allah and the Messenger tells us. Now we get to this question. What do you do if you feel you've been affected? Because we said you can confuse things. So what does a person do if they start feeling like they have sihr, like they have hasad, or they have evil eye, or they have any of these things? What do you do? The first thing you need to do is to do ruqya upon yourself. You do ruqya upon yourself. Why? Because the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that is what he told companion Uthman ibn Abi al-As, who came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he said, I find this feeling of pain in my body since I accepted Islam. Then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam recommended him to do ruqya on himself, and he said to him, say Bismillah 3 times and say A'udhu billahi wa qudratihi min sharri ma ajid wa ahad. So he said what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam commanded him. So he said, فَأَذْهَبَهُ اللَّهُ عَنِّي. I said it, so Allah Azza wa Jalla removed that from me. Some of us get this pain, get this harm, but we don't do this. Try it. Try it and you will see the effect, the influence, because that was like a pain in his body. So you feel some sort of a pain in your body. And I have tried this myself. When I had this pain in my back that I felt that was like out of nowhere. And subhanAllah, wallahi, I said this dhikr and it was gone. It didn't even take days or whatever. It was gone instantly. So try this, do it. We're given this revelation so we can apply it to ourselves. So the first thing you do is what? Is you do ruqya on yourself. Now, if you do it, let's say you do it on yourself a few times and it doesn't work. Is it permissible for you to go to someone else to do it on you? It is permissible for you to go to someone else to do it on you. However, it's not going to be the same. Why are we saying do the ruqya on yourself first? Because you're the one suffering. So you will be more humble, more in need of Allah when you are calling upon Allah when you're doing the ruqya. It wouldn't be the same for someone like a stranger who is not you. He wouldn't be feeling the same way. And the closer you are to Allah, the more humble you are, the more dependent you are on Allah, the more likely that Allah will answer your prayer. That's why the Prophet told us that you're closest to Allah in the state of prostration, sujood. You're more humble, you're more humiliating yourself, you're more coming closer to Allah, so you are closer in your sujood because you are in that state. So it is permissible, like if you try on yourself multiple times, it doesn't work, then you go to someone. It is permissible, it is not haram. However, it's not recommended because there's a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ where he said that there's a group of people that will enter paradise without hisab, without accountability before, or any punishment. And then he mentioned one of the characteristics of these people, لا يسترقون. They don't ask someone else to do ruqya on them. You can do ruqya on people, but asking someone to do ruqya on you will exclude you from being from those group of people. However, it is permissible. Like if someone is in a case of need and is suffering somehow and tried ruqya and it's not working, it is permissible to go. However, remember what we said, go to someone who's qualified, someone who's actually studied the Quran and Sunnah, the influences of jinn, how to interact with them, and not just someone who's just been copying other people. There is many people online, especially in like, I don't want to mention names, but people doing all crazy sorts of things. They put their hand in someone's mouth and Crazy things, not from the Quran and Sunnah. And a lot of them are, or the majority of them are liars. And people follow them. So it's very important to be clear on what is from the Quran and Sunnah and what is not from the Quran and Sunnah. Now, what is the difference between ayn, evil eye, and hasad, envy? Are they the same thing? Because a lot of people confuse these two things. And it's very important for us to understand that they're not the same thing. There's a differentiation between them. So hasad can only come from an evil soul or an evil person that wishes that the ni'mah, that the blessing that Allah has upon you is gone. This is what hasad is. Someone looks at you, the evil person, that he wishes that whatever good that you have is gone. This is hasad. Evil eye, ayn, is that you like something, but you don't mention Allah's name on it, so harm falls on that thing because you don't mention Allah's name on it. When you are finding beauty in it or adornment in it or likeness, but you don't mention Allah's name, you forget to mention Allah's name or you don't mention Allah's name. The evil eye can happen from a righteous person. It can happen from a father to his son. It can happen from a husband to his wife. And it is not happening with an evil intent. It's not happening with an evil intent like hasad, but it can happen from a righteous person. And the evidence is that you have the hadith of Amir ibn Rabi'ah, where he saw one of the other Sahaba, Sahl ibn Hunayf. He was doing ightisal, and he saw his skin, and he said, I've never seen such a beautiful skin. So he fell. And then the Prophet ﷺ said, who are you accusing? Who do you think is the cause of this? So they mentioned Amir ibn Rabi'ah. So the Prophet ﷺ said, "Alama yaqtulu ahadukum akhahu." Why would one of you kill his own brother? And here we understand the solution. If someone has an evil eye specifically, what to do? Prophet ﷺ told him to do wudu and then to use that water that he used for wudu to pour it on the person who has been affected by ayn. And the Prophet ﷺ poured it on him, so he recovered. He stood up like nothing happened to him. Amir ibn Rabi'ah is from the people of Badr, the Sahaba from Badr. He's a righteous person. So he affected another person with ayn or evil eye, or whatever translation you want to use for it. And he didn't do it with a bad intention. So it can happen from a righteous person. It can happen from you to your own son. So that's very important now that we understand. If someone asks me for wudu, someone comes to you and asks me for wudu, that is afraid that you have affected them with evil eye. So they want to ask you for wudu so they can do ghusl with it or wash their body with it so they can make sure that they're no longer affected. Is that you don't say, how can you come and ask me? I'm not an evil person to do envy on your... It's not hasad. It's not... We're talking about ayn. You could do it when you're not feeling it. You could do it and be from the Sahaba from Badr. It doesn't matter. So do not feel offended if something like this happens. Now, like something very, very important, and this happens to a lot of people, but they don't understand. So you have your own baby. Your own baby starts to cry at night. Your baby starts to cry. None of the people go and do ruqya. Recite on him, do some ruqya. It is free. Takes you a few minutes. Try and do ruqya on your son. They go to this doctor and that doctor, and sometimes it doesn't help. Perhaps he has been affected by you or by someone else. So first do ruqya. If it doesn't work, you and your wife do wudu and try it. Like pour it on the child and see. And go and see the doctors. If this is not influencing, go and see the doctors. However, use this in your life, because that could be the cause when you are going and trying to find another way of healing. And that's why we can fall into abandonment of the Quran. Allah Azza wa Jalla says in the Quran, وَقَالَ الرَّسُولُ يَا رَبِّ إِنَّ قَوْمِ اتَّخَذُوا هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ مَهْجُورًا. And the messenger said, oh Allah, my people have abandoned this Quran. So the ulama talk about different types of abandonment. The abandonment of tilawah, hajr tilawah, of recitation. The abandonment of actions, that we don't do the actions of the Quran. And وَهَجْرُ istishfa, and an abandonment of healing. Some people go throughout their entire life and they never do ruqya on themselves, even once. Do it. If you having illness, sickness, disease, feeling a headache, feeling something, do this. Make this a part of your life. Allah has revealed to us this because these are acts of worship that we need to implement on ourselves. And there is a healing and a barakah and a shifa and a blessing in them. So we need to apply them in our lives. So how do we protect ourselves and avoid evil eye and giving someone evil eye or this? Is for us to say barakah. So let's say, for example, Allahumma barik. May Allah give barakah. You say words of barakah. That's what the Prophet ﷺ says. If some of you says something, halla barakta alayhi, then he should ask for barakah upon that thing. Now, some people think that we should say mashallah. And a lot of people say this. They say, if they see something, they say mashallah and they think mashallah is how you avoid doing evil eye towards that thing. So asking for barakah versus saying mashallah. Mashallah it's not related to that. That's not the teaching of the Prophet. The teaching of the Prophet in relation to that, if you see something you like, you ask for barakah. You ask for blessing, you ask for barakah upon that thing. You say, Allahumma barik, Allahumma barik alayhi, Allahumma barik fi. You ask for barakah. Now, where this idea of mashallah comes, it comes from the Quran. The verse that talks about the garden and one that says to the other, إذا دخلت جنتك قلت ما شاء الله. Only if you enter your garden and you say ما شاء الله, لا قوة إلا بالله, there is no power except with Allah. This was the believer speaking to a disbeliever. The person who was entering that garden was a disbeliever. And that's why you see in the Quran, in the verses, he says, وَمَا أَظُنُّ السَّاعَةَ قَائِمَةً. I don't think that the hour will come. I don't think the day of judgment will come. So that other believer was telling him, if only if you enter this paradise, you believed in a creator and you said that this was from Allah. It was with the power of Allah. It's not from my power. It is what Allah willed. So he's referring to a specific belief that this was with the power of Allah. What Allah willed is not with my power. This is not in relation that if you see something you like, you say mashallah. So the correct practice is what? If we see something and we want to avoid evil eye or ayn or any of that, that we ask for barakah. We say Allahumma barik, for instance. Any words of barakah, any words of asking for barakah, you can use and say to avoid evil eye. Now, some people will tell you things like what? Looking at mirrors leads you to gym position or something. Is there evidence from the Quran and Sunnah? No. We know that from the Quran and the Sunnah, we have narrations of the Prophet ﷺ would look. There is nothing in the Quran and Sunnah that prevents you or tells you not to look in the mirror or not to look in the mirror for this period of time or not to do that. So there is no evidence for that. Remember, I told you, anything of the unseen must be evidence from the Quran and Sunnah regarding. So if you're worried, mention Allah's name, say Bismillah, mention Allah's name and look. However, there isn't anything in the Quran and the Sunnah that says if you look for an extensive period of time. So be aware of these practices. Some people are like, look, they close the door of the bathroom. You know, I know some people like that. Close the door of the bathroom because maybe they're worried about jinn coming out or something. We remember the hadith we just told you. You could enter your house without saying, mention Allah's name, and the jinn can come in. Has nothing to do with the bathroom. Plus, you think the door, physical door, is going to prevent the jinn from coming out. The jinn can be like the wind and they can go through objects, therefore created from smokeless fire. They can go through under the door, they can go anywhere. Like you closing the door of the bathroom or opening it, it's not going to change that. So you got to be aware of these practices. You get someone who's like, is not practicing using the Quran and Sunnah. Oh, I can sense this person has jinn, this person has sihr. Where did you get this evidence from? It's either a jinn throws these ideas in your mind and we said they're liars, or you're claiming to get some revelation. So when you ever sense people, if you see people telling you to do all of these myths that I'm telling you, all of these are signs to you that these people are not qualified. They haven't studied the Quran and the Sunnah. I'm giving you all of these examples so you can understand and be able to differentiate if someone, a family member was possessed or had these issues and they wanted someone to do ruqya on them, that if you hear these things and you hear this recommends, oh, put salt here, close the bathroom door, hang this amulet, say this 20 times, do this, do that. If you have these people saying these things, then you know that person is not qualified. So do not listen to them and find the person who is qualified, who uses the Quran and the Sunnah. Some others will say to you, close your eyes. And look what some of these evil people will do. You will go to a person who does ruqya and they'll be like, close your eyes. And then you close your eyes, then you will start seeing that your uncle is the one who did sihr to you. He put it somewhere in that room and you go and you find something in your closet or something. And then families get separated. I have many stories where I have people saying, oh, my aunt did sihr on me, this. And this is how they know. They go to a person, they close their eye and they see something. The shaitan throws this vision when they close their eyes and they see something, and he visualizes something to them so he can cause separation. Remember, Allah in the Quran tells us that إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ الشَّيْطَانُ أَن يُوقِعَ بَيْنَكُمُ الْعَدَاوَةَ وَالْبَغْضَاءَ. That the shaitan only wants to put enmity and hatred between you and each other. And Allah tells us, مَا يُفَرِقُ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ وَزَوْجِهِ, that which separates between the husband and wife. This is what the shaitan wants, to separate between you and your wife, cause enmity between you and other people. We have families that don't speak to each other for years and years. Oh, this person did sihr to me, this person was the cause of hasad or ayn. No proof. They either go to some scam artist that tells them this stuff, or they just cause assumptions. This is a very, very evil door that people must be aware from. And you need to be certain using the evidence from the Quran and Sunnah, descriptions in the Quran and Sunnah. It's the only way you could be certain that someone did to you. And I can't imagine how many times I can tell you that people come and they say to me that, oh, my family did this to me, or that person did this to me. They have no proof for it. So now we ask a question. Is the cure for sihr and hasad and position, is it different cures or the same cure? Now, for evil eye, we talked about the wudu and washing with wudu. This mentioned in the narration. However, for hasad, for envy or magic or position, ruqya influences all of these things. Ruqya influences all of these things. And of course, the best ruqya is found in the Quran and Sunnah, like reciting al-Fatiha, reciting al-Mu'awwidat, the dhikr that I told you, that the Prophet ﷺ told the Sahabi to say when he felt pain in his body. All of these things are found in the Quran and the Sunnah, which we're mentioning. I'm going to mention more of them. This is how you heal yourself. However, when we say that ruqya influences all of them, the ruqya have to be done correctly. Because if you're not doing the ruqya correctly, a lot of people do ruqya, but they say, oh, I did ruqya. You know, I don't know how many times I could say this. Probably if I had the penny for each time someone said I did ruqya and nothing happened, I'd probably be rich. But are you doing the ruqya correctly or not? So the question is this: how do we do ruqya the right way? How to do ruqya correctly? The first thing you need to understand is, do you internalize that you're using the Quran as a healing? That you're using the Quran. This is what you're going to use, Quran and the Sunnah, the revelation from Allah to heal yourself. The second thing is that you understand that the Quran by itself doesn't heal. Allah is the one who heals. The Quran is a means, is a sabab for us to heal. The third thing, you internalize that you are following the Prophet ﷺ in these practices. Then you need to know the meaning of the words that you say. The dhikr that you say, or the dua, or the Quran. You need to know the meaning of these things. Because remember, Allah Azza wa Jalla says, ادعوا الله وأنتم موقنون بالإجابة فإن الله لا يتقبل من قلب غافل له. That ask Allah and you are certain that Allah will answer you, because Allah does not accept from a heart that is distracted. So you need to be internalizing, understanding the meaning of the words, and your heart is present when you're saying that. And lastly, you need to humble yourself to Allah. You need to feel that you are in need to Allah when you're making this ruqya. You're asking Allah sincerely to heal the person or to heal yourself from whatever is happening to them. So a lot of us say things like the adhkar of the sabah and masa to protect ourselves, the adhkar, the day and night adhkar. However, we don't understand their meaning. You need to understand their meaning. If you want to protect yourself, you need to understand their meaning. So I recommend everybody get a book of the explanation of these adhkar of sabah and masa. Understand their meaning. Think about what you're reading when you're reading it. And if you're used to saying adhkar sabah and masa, change the orders. Because if you change the order, it doesn't become a habit. Look, so many things when we say a lot, it becomes a habit. And then your mind is not present when you're saying them. But if you change the order, you force your mind to think. So now let's get to an important question. How do I protect myself now from jinn position, sihr, evil eye, and all of these things? How does a person protect himself? The first thing you do is pray in Fajr. You pray Fajr prayer. I know a lot of people are going to find difficulty in this, but do you want protection? It's how you protect yourself. Prophet ﷺ said, "Man salla al-fajr fahuwa fi dhimmati Allah." Whoever prays Fajr, he is in the dhimma of Allah, meaning he's in the protection, ri'ayah, and the safekeeping, in the protection of Allah Azza wa Jal. Whoever prays Fajr. So pray Fajr. Second thing is, say La ilaha illallah. And this is one of the most powerful adhkar you could say. Say La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir 100 times a day. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, كانت له حرزا من الشيطان. It will be a protection for him from the shaitan, from the jinn, until the end of his day. If you say it earlier, the best, you can protect yourself from there. But even if you don't, you say it later on, so you can protect yourself. It's very, very important, brothers and sisters. Don't be lazy. Say this. You want to protect yourself, this is how you protect yourself. The adhkar of the day and night that I was telling you, get a book of understanding their meaning and saying them. You say them after Fajr, after Maghrib. They are day and night reminders, and they have words of protection. You have statements of protection that protects the person until the morning comes. It protects the person until the night comes. If you're suffering, if you're having issues, you will see, even if you're not, the people you will see, you see the people around you who suffer from jinn or sihr or any of these things. You want to be protected, this is how you do it. You protect yourself. Also the pray in jama'ah as a man, for the men, to pray in jama'ah, pray in congregation. Because the Prophet ﷺ, talking about the shaitan, he said, عليكم بالجماعة, upon you is the jama'ah, فإنما يأكل الذئب من الغنم القاسية. Because the wolf eats from the lone sheep, the sheep that is gone away from the rest of the pack. So the shaitan targets you when you're alone. But in your prayer in jama'ah is a protection for you. And lastly, rely on Allah Azza wa Jal in all your affairs. Have tawakkul, reliance on Allah Azza wa Jal. That He is the protector. I understand in my heart, Allah Azza wa Jal is the one who protects me. If you do these things and you keep these things, by the will of Allah Azza wa Jal, you will be protected from anything evil that can happen. Okay, so you protect yourself. Now what about your children? How can we protect our children from evil eye or jinn position or magic or sihr or any of these things? We have a dua where the Prophet ﷺ used as a protection for Hassan and Hussein, his grandchildren. Prophet ﷺ would say, أعيذكما بكلمات الله التامة من كل شيطان وهامة ومن كل عين لامة. What is the meaning of this? Remember, we need to understand the meaning of these words. If you want to be protected, you got to understand the meaning of the dua that you make, the dhikr that you make. Prophet ﷺ says, أعيذكما, so I seek refuge in Allah, or in the words of Allah, كلمات الله التامة, with the perfect words of Allah. What is this كلمات الله التامة? Some scholars, they said it's the Quran, or it's the qadar, the words that Allah uses to determine things. Or it's the perfect words of Allah, complete perfect words of Allah. That Allah Azza wa Jalla says in the Quran, قُلْ لَوْ كَانَ الْبَحْرُ مِدَادًا لِكَلِمَاتِ رَبِّي لَنَفِذَ الْبَحْرُ قَبْلَ أَن تَنْفَذَ كَلِمَاتُ رَبِّي وَلَوْ جِئْنَا بِمِثْلِهِ مَدَدًا. If the sea was like ink, so we can use to write the words of Allah, these perfected words of Allah, it wouldn't be suffice even if the whole world was the sea. Even if you bring other seas, it wouldn't suffice the words of Allah Azza wa Jalla. So these perfected words, we seek refuge in the words of Allah, and it is the attribute of Allah. The speech of Allah is the attribute of Allah. We seek refuge in the words of Allah, perfected words of Allah, from every shaitan, min kulli shaitanin, wa hamma. Hamma is something that bites and has a poisonous bite. Let's say a scorpion, a snake. So from every shaitan, from each shaitan and everything that is poisonous, that bite has a poisonous bite. وَمِن كُلِّ عَيْنٍ لَمَّةٍ, from every envious eye. So this hadith, أعيذكما بكلمات الله التامة من كل شيطان وهامة وكل عين لامة. You say to protect your children. If it's a boy, أعيذك بكلمات الله التامة, and the rest of the narration. If it's a girl, أعيذك. So for the girl, أعيذك. For the boy, أعيذك. And for two, أعيذكما. And if it's a group of children, أعيذكم بكلمات الله التامة. So you'd say this, which the Prophet ﷺ himself would use as a protection for Hassan and Hussein. It's how you protect your family. You can also recite the mu'awwidhat. قُلْ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ on your kids. At the time of sleep, have them do wudu. Recite Ayat al-Kursi. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. So after you do that, you blow and wipe over them 3 times. Or over yourself if you're the one doing it 3 times as a form of protection. Because maybe they had an evil eye in the morning. Maybe they had sihr. Maybe they had ayn. If you do this before they sleep, you are protecting your children from evil things. And look, when you say it, like when we recite min sharri al-waswas al-khannas, from the evil of al-waswas, the one who whispers, al-khannas, what does that even mean? This is about understanding. When I was saying understanding what we're reciting. So Abdullah ibn Abbas, he says, al-shaytan, jinn or the shaitan, is staying on the heart of the son of Adam. If you mention Allah, then he does khunus. Khannas means that he runs away, or he moves away, or he leaves. He retreats. That's why he's called al-khannas. And if you forget the remembrance of Allah, he whispers. So we can be always in a state of protection from the shaitan's whispers if we're always mentioning Allah. So the key is this, from this narration from the Abbas, we can understand. The key, this shaitan al-khannas that we're trying to protect our children and ourselves from, as long as we're remembering Allah, he is far away, he's distant, he's retreating. The moment you forget, he will come and whisper you. So this is how you protect your children. Now, what about protecting your house? What about, because now we know how to protect ourselves, we know how to protect our children. But even our house, yes, even our house, we can protect our house. How do we protect our house from evil things? First, as we said earlier in the video, when you enter the house, you say, Bismillah, Assalamu alaikum, you mention Allah's name and you say Assalamu alaikum. Then you're sure that the jinn are not entering with you. So you're protecting. Remove music from your house. I know some people find this difficult, but remove music from your house. If you want to protect your house, it's the voice of the shaitan. When Allah says bisawtika, with your voice referring to the shaitan, look at the narrations. We'll talk about music and singing. This is the tafsir of the Sahaba. It brings them over, brings them closer. It's the voice of the shaitan. Keep constant dhikr and adhkar in the house, and Quran playing, for example, or some good dhikr or remembrance of Allah playing in the house or recited in the house. Keep it always on so you can protect your house. Recite Surah Al-Baqarah in your house, because the Prophet ﷺ told us the shaitan yanfiru, he runs away or is repelled from the house that Surah Al-Baqarah is recited in. Also, don't hang pictures around the house. This is not referring, it doesn't include the things you need for necessity or things you're keeping in drawings like your ID and stuff like that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about hanging pictures around your house. Don't do that. Because the angels don't enter. We know the hadith. The angels don't enter a house that has pictures, images. And if the angels don't enter, then the shaitan will enter. Don't leave crosses in your house. Now, someone come and say, but what kind of a Muslim has a cross in his house? We'll say that this is not referring to an actual cross, but two objects can come together and crucify, like two pens, two things, two objects come together and crucify, become a crucifix. So be careful in your house that not to leave these things in your house. Because as Aisha reports, that the Prophet ﷺ لا يترك شيئا فيه تصاليب إلا نقضها. Prophet wouldn't leave anything that had any crosses in it except that he would remove it. Now Prophet ﷺ doesn't have a cross in his house, obviously, but it's things that becomes a cross by coming together. So be careful from these things. Also, the clothing in the house, or the kids' clothing, or the bed coverings, or any of these things, make sure they don't have crosses or pictures. Same idea. Then also understand that the house that you do qiyamul layl in and night prayer in, it's protected because you have the dhikr of Allah happening in it. And the more recitation of dhikr of Allah is there, then your house will be protected. And the last thing is the dogs. You shouldn't have dogs in the house. We know the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. He had an appointment with Jibreel, and Jibreel didn't come. And the Prophet ﷺ did not know, and he came out, and then he saw Jibreel, and then he asked him why he didn't enter. So Jibreel ﷺ told him because there was a dog in the house. Now, you can keep a dog in Islam, obviously, right? You can keep a dog in Islam outside the house for protection. You can use a dog for farming. You can use a dog for hunting. It's not an issue. There's no issues with dogs. They're creation of Allah. However, keeping them in the house prevents angels from entering, and you want the angels in your house, so you do not have shayateen and jinn in your house. So this is how we protect ourselves, our children, our families from jinn, ayn, and sihr, and these things. We need to put these things into practices, brothers and sisters. Not just listen and hear and like, oh, okay, I understand. Now I know what I can do so I can protect myself. No, you need to actually implement these things. Also, if you enter into another place, let's say you enter into another location and you want to protect yourself, the Prophet ﷺ says, "Man nazala manzilan," whoever enters a place. It could be a scary place, an abandoned house, whatever, and you're afraid. Anywhere you enter, in a hotel, anything, in a place you're entering. فقال, say, أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. I seek refuge in كلمات الله, in the words of Allah. We explained what it means, right? التامات. From the evil, from anything that Allah created. The Prophet said, لم يضره شيء حتى يرتحل من منزله. Nothing will harm him until he leaves that place. So if you enter another place, another house, not your house now, you enter another place, if you say these words, أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق, upon your entering, nothing will harm you until you leave that place. Now, the last thing is some people suffer from nightmares. How do we deal with nightmares? How do we deal with these issues? First, to protect yourself before you sleep, we mentioned, you say Ayat al-Kursi. Internalize the meaning, understand all of the things that I told you. How to protect yourself properly, these things need to be present. When you're doing the dhikr, so you recite Ayat al-Kursi, you recite the mu'awwidhat, and you do these things, and then you wipe over yourself. As the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ says, that the shaitan will not come to you until you wake up. Now, in the dreams themselves, so this is before you sleep, but the dreams themselves, it's very important. Prophet ﷺ told us that the ruqya, the good vision, is from Allah, and the bad dream or nightmare is from the shaitan. Then the Prophet told us, إِذَا رَأَى أَحَدُكُمْ مَا يَكْرَهُ. If one of you sees something he dislikes, a bad nightmare, an evil dream, or whatever, فَلْيَنْفُثْ عَنْ يَسَارِهِ ثَلَاثَ مَرَّات. So you have your left, and you do nafth, which is a form of blowing, or let's say spitting without saliva, 3 times. Okay? On your left here, on your left side. So you turn your face and you do it on your left side. And then, وَلْيَتَعَوَّذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. You seek refuge in Allah from the shaitan. You say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. And from what you saw 3 times, then you switch and sleep on the other side, or switch to the other side. فَإِنَّهَا لَا تَضُرُّهُ. Because it will not harm him. If you do this, it will not harm you. But there is a very important point here. وَلَا يُخْبِرْ أَحَدًا. Not to say to anyone what he saw. Now, many people see bad dreams whatever you wake up, nightmare next to your husband, and you start telling him what happened. We have the narration of the Prophet ﷺ, the Sahabi, where he said, he saw like his head rolling and he was running behind his head. So the Prophet ﷺ told him, do not let one of you speak about the shaitan manipulation of him. This is shaitan manipulating you. Do not speak about it. Many people see bad dreams and come, oh, sheikh or scholar, this and that. I saw this and that, and what's the explanation? If it's a bad dream, do not tell anyone. Why? What is the wisdom? Because the shaitan is manipulating you. He's playing games with you. So if you go and tell the people, he's happy. However, if you don't say, then that is frustrating. Because the point of the shaitan manipulating you or making fun of you, he's like, you kept silent, you didn't say anything. It's like, imagine someone is mocking you. You don't speak about it, you ignore it, you don't do anything. It's frustrating. So you do not speak about that. That is one of the cures from these things. Don't go around speaking to people doing this. But this is what you do. And I already know, like many of us don't even know that this is a practice that you do if you see something bad. And many of us, even if the ones who know, they don't do it. So if you want protection, if you have nightmares, you're suffering, this is what you do. If you see something, you do the blowing or the spitting without saliva on your left 3 times. You say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. And A'udhu billahi from what you saw 3 times. And then you switch to the other side and not say anything to anyone. And I ask Allah Azza wa Jal, inshallah, that we actually implement these things into our life. We actually start implementing them as a form of protection. And I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to protect all of us, because all of us, any of us, could be harmed from this world of the jinn that lives with us. Nobody is like invincible. Allah is a protector. That's why we're following these measurements that are found in the Quran and Sunnah that protects us. And remember, I give you this story about this lady that accepted Islam and her daughter. The people who are not believers, they don't have this guidance from Allah. And many of them are suffering. Many of them experience evil things. If only they knew the guidance, they would have been Muslims. And we have the guidance, but we're not implementing it. So inshallah, after watching this, we're actually going to start implementing it into our lives. And not just hearing something and for the sake of hearing it. May Allah Azza wa Jal bless you and protect you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
يا دعاة رب السماء يا من صنعتم في الأرض نورا يا قلوبا فيها الوفاء بشركم اليوم السرور